Good evening, everyone. We have another surprise this week. We are in Vietnam, and I am here for a family vacation and decided to take a walk right around the hotel after the kids had gone to sleep. And I stopped here to see these really cool termites on the move. These are some pretty big guys. You can see here one of the soldiers by my finger there. Decent size, but while I was stopping here, let me see if I can show you a little bit better. Give me one sec. So as I was saying, while I had stopped to take a look at these really cool termites, I looked up and I see what I think is a viper up there. So we are going to go take a look and see if that's actually the case. So I have to scramble up a little wall and watch my footing. So bear with me if it's a bit of a scramble, but that would be really cool because I'm about 5 minutes into this walk. So give me one sec, I'll get up on this wall and then we'll start again. Alright, I am going to try and pay a little bit more close attention to my footing. So bear with me as I film going up this little ledge. But we do in fact have a viper. And I think it's probably a bamboo pit viper. Same as what we have in Hong Kong. 99% sure it is. I don't have a safe vantage point up here, so I'm actually going to hook them down and get a better look at them. But you might be able to see right through. Let me see if I can get an underneath shot here. Yeah, there he is. Well, actually, I'm not convinced. This may actually be one of the local species. All right, let me hook them down, and then we'll check back in with you when I confirm the species. Okay, so this is actually a Vogel's pit viper, if I'm not mistaken. Different from our Hong Kong species, the bamboo pit viper, Tremosaurus albolabris. Same genus, different species. Much bigger eyes, very cool. I'm gonna try and get a few shots of them, and then jump back on for a video description. Okay everyone, so I've gotten a few shots of this, what I'm pretty sure is a Vogel's pit viper. Looks very similar at first glance to our bamboo pit vipers in Hong Kong, but if you look closely, there are some subtle differences. Number one is these guys have really big kind of like yellowy bug eyes. Really cool looking heads actually. Their white stripe down the laterals is similar, but their ventrals are a bit more green instead of yellow, which is what I'm used to for the Hong Kong ones. One second, car coming. And the other thing is the tail. I know I'm casting some shadow with this lighting here, but the tails on these guys are a little bit more on the purpley side rather than that brownish orange that we get on the Hong Kong bamboo vipers. So really fun find for me. This is actually a lifer. They're not uncommon, but I haven't found one before. So really fun for me. And cool, I mean 5 minutes into this walk outside my hotel and I've got snakes on this road with a little bit of lighting. So looks like these Vogel are adapting the same way the Hong Kong bamboos are in terms of being able to station out not too far from man-made lights. You can see here, I'm actually just on this road with intermittent street lights, and we are in between a couple of lights here, so a bit more characteristic, I suppose, but really fun find. Great start. So I'm going to keep going. I actually found a DOR flying snake just a little ways back as well, so hopefully I can find something sleeping and roosting in a tree as well while we're out here. But we're going to get this guy right back where we had him and get off and find the next ones. Cool start. Alright folks, next herp of the night, we've got a sleeping krait up there in the trees. A bit too high for me to get to, but I thought I'd stop and give it a film since it is a herp. And I'm 99% sure it's a krait. So we'll check him on the way back and see if he hasn't moved, although I assume he's going to stay right there. But anywho, another find. We'll keep it moving. Check back in if we find something else. Okay folks, not a herp, but I spied from the road a pretty big tarantula. Let's see if he'll stay put while we walk over. Oh, he's gone in there. Give me a second, I'll see if I can't entice him out. Way in there. Not sure if you can see it. Pretty big one though. I'll see if I can get him out. Yeah, look at that big boy. Oh, I think that's about it, but that was giant. That would have been the size of my palm had we gotten a good look at it. So now I'll keep an eye out and see if we can't find some more of those. Maybe one out in the open we can get a better look at. Cool find. Alright everyone, so we have found another Vogel. Really cool. This one's up in ambush. Really pretty as is. I might try and get a few shots from a bit more of a distance so I don't disturb it, but it's just beautiful in situ shot. Hanging out off this branch, hoping to catch something that runs by. In the meantime, we've missed another tarantula and a really cool frog. I don't have the ID yet. I'll see if I can figure it out and post it here, but it was reddish with black dots and looked a little bit roughly similar to a poison arrow frog, but certainly not. Really cool one though. So anyways, looks like I'm agitating this viper a bit, so I'm gonna go ahead and back off, but great find, and we will keep going, see if we can't produce something else. Alright everyone, we are heading back. Ended up with the two Vogel's vipers and two DOR. One was the local species of kukri snake. It was a red phase, real bummer. And the other was the what is it called? It's a flying snake, the paradise snake. So those were two bummers. Those are two I'm definitely hoping to see over the course of the next few days while I'm here. And we're going to definitely try over the next few days to get out a few more times. So hang in there, and I will flick back on if I either find something on this walk back, or if not, we'll switch into tomorrow's session. Alright everyone, we are on night 2, and it's been a heck of a day. This afternoon I was doing a walk around the hotel, and I saw an oligodon. That's a kukri snake, but it got away in a little hole before I was able to get any shots or do any recordings. Hold on one sec, I'm on a road and there's some cars coming by. But now I'm out on my walk and I'm a little ways in. I'm moving a little bit quicker than I was the other night. I've decided to not look up in the trees as much. I haven't found any luck with the whip snakes or bronzebacks or anything like that. So I'm looking along the ground more, and two things just happened. I found another kukri. It was in a hole, and I yanked it out, and I've bagged it. So I'm going to find a good place to shoot it and film it. But as I backtracked from the area where I grabbed the kukri, I came across a massive lifer for me. And I haven't gotten it out yet, so I hope it's still there, but that is a krait. That is the local species of krait. Very deadly snake. I'm going to back out for a second. Let me see if I can get a shot of the head. There it is. This is called the Malayan blue coral. Blue krait. It's very similar to our Hong Kong many-banded kraits, but it's the local version. So I'm actually gonna see if it comes out on its own. It looks like it's about to come out and get on the hunt. And if it does that, I'll probably be able to get it in a position to take some shots and some better video. So this is a pretty exciting evening so far. Stick with us and we'll check back in either when we find something new, or if that krait comes out, or if I find a good spot to film the kukri. So hang in there, be right back. Alright folks, here is one of the deadliest snakes in the world, the Malaysian blue krait, very similar to the many-banded kraits in Hong Kong. Some differences on the body, a little bit more white and mottled. Some of these spots on the spine down towards the bottom end here. But what an amazing snake. He's out on the hunt on these rock walls. I walked by here last night later, and there was nothing like this, and tonight we've got this beautiful boy. So what a very, very exciting treat. And I'm hoping he's going to calm down and maybe sit still on the wall for me so I can get some shots, which would be amazing. These guys are incredibly dangerous to deal with, and I'm on my own, so I'm not going to do anything too invasive with him in terms of photographing. I have plenty of tools to keep me at a distance, but he's on the hunt, so I don't want to get him in too bad a mood. I want him to be able to hunt, but I also want some good shots, and I'm super happy that I'm able to get this video for everyone. So, yeah, Vietnam working out okay so far. Alright, we'll check back in if I'm able to film before he makes his way out. And in the meantime, I will get some stills and try and share those. Alright everyone, so I finished getting some pictures. Ooh, that's a bit dangerous. I thought he was a bit more adept at climbing than that. I got a few more pictures. Now that he's on the ground, maybe I'll get a few more. Yeah, I just want to close off with this last view. Beautiful, beautiful animal. Amazing night so far, and it's really still pretty much the beginning. So we'll let this guy go. Maybe I'll grab a few quick pics if he stays put. And otherwise, we'll see what else we can't come up with. The snakes seem to be on the move tonight, so we'll keep at it. Check back in with the next one. Alright everyone, you may notice that I'm wearing a glove. There's a reason. I have the kukri under here, and kukris, although not venomous, are famous for their enlarged rear teeth used for cutting eggs open. And they can give you a nasty slice. And there's his beautiful little head there. We'll get him to move a little bit slower before I wrangle him again. I saw one earlier today where the markings were a little bit more extreme. The body was lighter, the bands were a little darker, but it looked like the same kind. This looks like a pretty good-sized adult, and really cool. It's vaguely reminiscent of our Hong Kong, Taiwan kukris, but I think this is called the fasciolatus, and I think the common name is barred kukri or banded kukri or something like that, but I'll have to double check and throw it up there. So this is a cool snake. I was told by somebody very familiar with the area that these are pretty common, so I'm happy I found another one in the same day so that I could show all of you. But yeah, it's a pretty common snake, so there you go. Beautiful little kukri snake. So I'm going to try and get some shots of these guys, but they're notoriously difficult to shoot. They're fossorial or subfossorial, so they're always trying to burrow away. They're very resolute in their attempts to get away when they do try. Sorry about the cars. So we'll see what I can manage here. But if I post some solid shots to the Facebook, or maybe as a thumbnail, you'll know what we got. So there you go, Oligodon fasciolatus. Great night so far. Still so early, I haven't even moved from the spot. Okay, so we got a few shots of the kukri though. I'll say it's not probably my best work, but it never is with kukris. So we'll see what we come out with after the edits. Anyhow, I've just started walking again, and in the same place we found last night, we have this. What I've found out is a different species of viper than what I thought. It's not Vogels, it's cardamom? Cardamom, yeah. But obviously he didn't get a meal last night because he's still in the same spot. So we're not going to bug him, but it's a herp, even though it's a repeat. We're going to keep going, not for too much longer. We spent a lot of time on those first two snakes, but we'll walk a bit of a ways at a faster pace, and if we come across anything at that fast pace, we'll definitely stop and shoot it. Alrighty, check back in a minute. Okay, so we are headed in right now. I'm actually back at my hotel and walking back to my room. But ended up being a pretty exciting night. If you count the afternoon kukri, it was 2 kukris, the cardamom pit viper, and the fantastic blue Malaysian krait. And here is a toad. Common Asian toad, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, fun night altogether. I think we'll definitely get back out once or twice more before we're done. There's a possibility even of some rain tomorrow, so if that happens, we should expect maybe some even more productive nights in terms of numbers. But we'll see how it goes and play it by ear. Either way, pretty great night, pretty happy with it. Gonna get upstairs and get washed up, hydrated, and edit some pictures. Stick with us. We'll be at it again most likely tomorrow.